y'all, welcome back to Ukulele Wine Time. My name is Catherine. Today we're going to learn how to play Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis Presley. Let's do it. Ukulele Wine Time. To play this song, we're going to need C, E minor, A minor, F, G7, G, B7, A, and D minor. Now, I do a chord overview at the very end of this video, so if you want to review those chords and study up before jumping into the song tutorial, check out the timestamps below and you can review those before we get started. This is also a very special video for me today because it's the first one I'm filming with my new Kala ukulele that Kala sent me. And I'm announcing that I am a Kala ambassador, which is so exciting. And I'm absolutely honored to be representing these gorgeous instruments. Today I'm playing a Kala tenor model. It's a cedar top acacia with EQ, and it is an absolute dream to play. And I've been loving getting to know my new instrument. A few notes about the song before we get started. So the original Elvis version is in the key of D. Today we're learning it in the key of C, which is a whole step down. So same neighborhood, shouldn't be too much difference for your voice if you're singing it. Just for ease on the ukulele, easier chords for us to play. Also of note, this song is in 6/8 time rather than our common 4/4 time. That's the heartbeat that that you always hear me mentioning in my videos. So instead of counting 1, 2, 3, 4, we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a great thing to do as you're getting used to that time feel is to listen to a couple of recordings of Can't Help Falling in Love, especially the Elvis version, and just see if you can feel that and count that 6. All right, so in this video, I'm going to show you the different sections of the songs where the chords line up with the lyrics. We're going to talk different strumming patterns. We'll do a little bit of counting. We'll talk starting pitch, and then we'll do the whole song together. So we'll do a playthrough of the whole thing. Once again, you can look at the timestamps below to jump around as needed. Now, before we dive in, just a note about the song form. So we've got the intro, the verse, what we'll call the A section. So we've got 2 verses. Then we've got that bridge with that's a kind of different sounding section with them starting with our E minor chord, another verse or an A section, and then we've got a little tag at the end or our outro. Here's our verse. We're going to start with a C chord, next up E minor, followed by an A minor, and then actually all open strings on the ukulele. And that's going to line up with these lyrics. Wise men say, and then open. Okay, so on the word wise, we hit our C chord. On the word men, we hit our E minor chord. And then A minor, we hit say. And then we've got open strings following that. Let's keep going. Only fools, we got an F chord on fools. Rush in. So we've got F, C, G, that's fools. On C, we do the word rush. And then on in, we've got a G7 chord. Let's put that much together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, ready and go. Wise men say, 1, 2, 3. Only fools rush in. And then do that chord again. Moving on to the next section, we've got an F chord on the word I, but I, and then G chord, can't, A minor, help, and then F chord, falling in, C chord, love, G, with, back to C, U, and C is our home base, our key of our song. Let's try that second section all together. And this song is, so I always talk about lining the chords up with the lyrics. This song is really great for that because so many of the lyrics line up with the chords. Let's do that second section of the verse, then we'll put the whole thing together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't help let's put that all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Wise men say open, only fools rush in. Again, 2, 3, 4. But I can't help falling in love with you. And then another C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's the whole verse. You've got another verse after that. So that whole section repeats with a second set of lyrics. We're going to move on to the B section, or the bridge. Before we move on to the bridge, let's do one time through the verse counting. So I'm not going to do the lyrics, but we're going to count, and I invite you to play along with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoo, doing some inward breathing there. Good breath support. All right. Now we're going to move on to the bridge. I hope that helped you kind of feel that 6/8 time feel. Let's take it to the bridge. Okay, here's it. We're going to start with our E minor. Now, I am going to do a chord review at the end, but if you're like, yeah, I know my my B chord or my B7 chord, I want to show you how I'm playing it, just so if you want to check out this kind of alternate version, it might be a little easier for you. So I got my E minor chord here, and it makes kind of a diagonal on my fretboard. Again, I do the full review at the end, showing you fingers and fret numbers, everything. But all I'm going to do, and I'm going to keep this same shape, and I'm just going to shift it over one set of strings, same diagonal, same frets. Okay, that's going to be our B7. So we're moving back and forth quite a few times between E minor and B7. So here we go. Let's see, starting with E minor and the word like. Like the river flows are on B7, back to E minor. Surely to the sea. Is it surely? I think it is. Darling, so it goes. Okay, so far we've just switched back and forth between E minor, B7, E minor, B7, E minor, B7. Now we're switching it up a little bit. Some things, E minor on the word some. Now we're going to A. Are meant to be. On the word B, we hit D minor, and then we hit G7. And all of these chords get that full count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Let's try it all together with the lyrics, and then we'll count it, and we'll be good to go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Like the river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, take. And then we're back into the verse. We're going to count that. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. B7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. E minor, 2, 5, 6, B 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, A 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, D minor 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, G 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back to our verse. After that, it does one more verse, which we've already covered with a different set of lyrics. And then we've got the outro, which is kind of a little tag. Tag just means it repeats a section of the previous section that came before it. So if you tag something, you're kind of repeating it. So let's take a look at that tag. We'll look at the intro. And then I think we're going to take a wine break because you've been working really hard. Okay, but let's do our outro first, or our outro tag. So we do our one, take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. And then if you're ending it, you do that, you repeat that. For I, F chord, can't, G chord, A minor, help falling in love with you. Okay, let's do that slowly one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, here we go. I can't help falling in love with you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you want to be very dramatic, you can do it one more time, even slower at the end of your song. Intro, super easy. We'll end with that. So before you come in with the lyrics, you can play C to G7 to C. And that's our intro. So it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. C, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. G7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. C, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. C, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Y's. And then you're in. All right, y'all have been working really hard. I think it's time for a wine break. Also, if you're like, why are we drinking wine? This is Ukulele Wine Time, where we learn to play the ukulele, we learn songs together, and if you'd like, you can drink wine while you're doing it. Totally optional. I got my water over there. I'm hydrating too. But anyway, cheers to you for being here, for putting some creative time into your day to learn some music, put a joyful sound out into the world. You're amazing. Cheers. Also, if you're finding this video helpful and delightful, I hope that you cheers the like button below, and please subscribe to my channel for more Ukulele Wine Time. Also, cheers to Kala. Thanks. Let's talk strumming next. So you may have noticed I'm just doing simple downstrokes. And honestly, for this song, it's such a beautiful, gorgeous song. If you just keep it there at downstrokes, that is perfect. You don't have to make it more complicated than that. If you'd like to add, so that's our strumming pattern. Number 1 is just downstrokes on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. If you'd like to add a little more rhythm, you can add 2 downstrokes. So that'll fall on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So each chord will get 2 downstrokes, or each measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So falling on 1 and 4. So that's 2 downstrokes. Here's what that would sound like. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Wise men say only fools rush in. Okay, so that's what that would sound like. I did just switch to a different finger there. Now you can do downstrokes with your thumb, which your skin is touching the strings there. That's kind of a more like muted sound. Or if you could do just your pointer finger. So different choices there also for a slightly different sound. So if you want to level it up a little bit from there, and I shouldn't even say level it up, just different strumming pattern. We can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So on the 6, you're coming up, or that would be down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Okay, so that is a different rhythmic variation you can do. So we've got downstrokes, single downstroke, 2 downstrokes, or we've got, which is down, down, or down, down, up. And the down is on 1, 4, and the up is on 6. Okay? I will give you, this is a great song to start finger picking. I'm not going to go over that too much because we're staying in the beginner realm here. But if you'd like to try it, this is a perfect song to kind of get your fingers wet, if you will, in finger picking. And I'll do just a brief, you can just check this out. So I'm using my 4 fingers here, thumb, not my pinky. Each finger gets a string. And on each chord, I'm starting at the top string here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm starting with my thumb, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then coming back up, 5, 6. And you can do that for all of the chords. Cool? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? And feel free to experiment with that, but in the playthrough, I'm just going to be sticking to our 3 basic strumming patterns that I showed you. All right, I hope you have fun mixing and matching these strumming patterns. I am a huge believer in you making the song your own, being really creative, not doing the same strumming pattern all the way through if that serves the song best. You get to choose, okay, for the intro, I'm going to do this. For the A section, maybe I'll bump it up to this, or maybe I'll start slow. So you add contour to the song. You're the creative musician here, so you get to decide. There's no one right, correct strumming pattern. So I hope, so you have my permission to explore and make some choices. Next up, starting pitch. So we are in the key of C. That means C is our home base, or our 1. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, and as I mentioned earlier, the original Elvis version is in the key of D. So, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Well, that means D is our 1, but we're in the key of C, so C is our 1. And I think like the Casey Musgraves version is in the key of A, which means A is your 1. So just kind of keeping in mind if you're checking out different versions to listen to, these are in different keys. So for our purposes, we're in the key of C, and actually our starting pitch is a C. So wise, let's maybe turn that up a little bit. Okay. So if you need to find your first starting pitch, it's your open C string or second one down from your face. Wise men say. Okay, so that's for all of our verses, is a C. For the bridge, our starting pitch is do, ti. It's just the note half step below that, like the river flows. Do, ti, la, so, do, ti, like the river flows. Okay, and those are our 2 starting pitches for Can't Help Falling in Love. All right, so I hope that helps you be more confident when you're playing this song to help you find your starting pitch in the key of C or whichever key you are playing the song in. Now it's time to play through the whole song. We're gonna do the intro, we'll play through the song, and then we'll do that little outro or tag that we mentioned. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Only fools rush in, but I can't help Shall I stay? Would it be a sin? But I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. For I can't help falling in love with you. Great job. Please let me know how that went for you. As you noticed, I actually didn't know which strumming pattern I was going to do for which section when I went in. I kind of just did what I felt. I was like, here we go. So once again, I give you permission to try out those different strumming patterns, mix and match, find your arrangement of what feels good to you. Once again, I want to say thank you so much for being here. My name is Catherine. This is Ukulele Wine Time. I hope you subscribe to my channel for more ukulele, more wine time, more ukulele wine time. I will see you in the next video. Cheers. Ukulele wine time. Here is an overview of all of the chords needed to play this song, starting with our C chord. Before we start, let's talk ukulele fingers. So thumb doesn't get a number. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then our frets here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so forth. So for our C chord, we need our third finger, 1, 2, 3, or ring finger on the 1, 2, 3, third fret. Okay, and then our strings, we've got G, C, E, A. So starting from the top, from your face, going down. So this is third finger, third fret of the A string to play your C chord. And I'm pushing down with my fingertips all the way down to the wood, not quite in the middle there, but a little bit closer to the bar. Okay, so for a little bit of troubleshooting, if you've got a buzzy chord, make sure you're pushing with your fingertip. Maybe push a little harder, maybe trim your nails. Okay, there's our C chord. Next, we have our E minor chord. So to transition to that, I'm gonna move that same finger. Let's see, we're gonna move to, so it's always important to know where you're coming from, where you're going in our next chord transition. So I'm gonna jump down to the 4th fret and move over 2 strings to our C string. So 4th fret, C string with that same finger, the 3rd finger. And then you're just making a diagonal line up the fretboard. Okay, so we've got those 3 fingers there. Okay, so 4th fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret. There's our E minor chord. Now let's actually go next to our B7 chord because we're gonna keep this same shape and just move the whole thing over a set of strings. Okay, so that's our B7. Now there are different ways to play the B7 chord. There's a bar chord. I think for beginners, this is an amazing beginner version of that B7 chord. So now for the bridge, you can just move back and forth between those two chords. Let's move on to our A minor. So now we've got second finger 1, 2, or your middle finger on the second 1, 2 fret. This is now on the top string or your G string. Okay, it's a 1-finger chord. That's our A minor chord. And then in this song, we're switching from our A minor to actually an A minor 7 over G is the official chord, but for us, we are just going to do all open strings. So A minor, open strings. Okay. Next up, we have an F chord, which we can keep our A minor. Then we're going to add our first finger on the first fret on your G, C, E string. That's our F chord there. Okay, we'll hit up our G chords next. So there's 2 different G chords in this song. We've got G7 and G. Now, if you just have your G chord, you can actually just play G anytime you see a G7. It'll work just fine for this song. But let's start with our G7. There it is. So both of our G chord variations make a triangle on the fretboard. This one, the point is at the top. That's our G7. So we'll start with your first finger on the first fret on your G, C, E string. Okay, and then these 2 fingers. So let's start with your middle finger on the second fret. Okay, on your C string, skip a string, and then your third ring finger goes on same fret, second fret. Okay, to make your G7 chord. Now we're gonna turn that triangle upside down, okay, for our simple G chord. Now we're gonna take our peace sign fingers, and they're actually gonna go the same place that these fingers are, but now you're gonna use different fingers. Okay, so first finger, second fret, C string, skip a string, middle finger, second fret, A string, and then your ring finger is gonna go, now our triangle is facing the other way, point at the bottom. There is our G chord. Okay. Okay, what else do we have left? We did our B chord. Let's do our simple A chord. Okay, so peace sign fingers. First finger is on the first fret, C string. Middle finger or second finger is on the second fret on your G string. There's our A chord. Okay. Now D minor, which comes right after this chord in the song. I think we only have that one A chord. So you're gonna keep the middle finger down. Your ring finger is gonna join it, same fret, the next string over. And then your first finger is gonna go to the third string down, or your E string, is our D minor chord. And this is a nice transition to the G7, which comes right after that in the song, because you can keep your first finger there, and then these 2 fingers shift over, same fret, to your G7 chord. So this is a nice little maneuver there. Okay. All right, and that is our chord review. I think we hit everything. Yes, we did. I hope you found that helpful, and let me know if you play through the song. All right, cheers. Ukulele wine time.